Titans head coach Brian Callahan. A lot to talk about from Sunday's loss to the Los Angeles Chargers and our segment that we call Callahan On. Let's start with offense and the fact that he had just 53 offensive plays. You kind of knew going in you wouldn't have a lot, but it's tough.
Yeah, you have to make the most of it, and we didn't do a good enough job of getting points when we were in scoring position. You know, we had 8 real possessions, 4 in each half. That's really, really difficult. We were in scoring position on half of them, which is what you hope for. We missed 1 field goal in the first half. We scored a touchdown drive, and then the second half we opened up with a field goal and scored one at the end. So in position to score in about 50%, and we didn't score enough. We missed the field goal, had to kick another field goal. It just wasn't able to score enough points to win a game like that.
Makes it hard on you when you're in a situation that you have what you called in your press conference 11 negative plays.
Yeah, going backwards isn't gonna do you much good when you got four possessions and a half, and you got to overcome them. We overcame some of them, but at the end of the day, those are things that we can control. The false starts, the sacks, those are things that we can do a better job of managing and put ourselves in better position to not have to overcome long yardage situations.
Just showed that screen pass to Tony Pollard. That was pretty. One of the 18 completions on the day for Will Levis, his first action since October 13th. Overall, 18 of 23, 175, 2 scores, didn't turn the ball over, but was sacked 7 times. After reviewing the tape, Brian, what were your main takeaways from Will Levis's first game back in a month?
Yeah, really efficient, which was good to see. Completed the ball at a high rate. I thought he played the position well. Need more of that, and the sacks is really what killed us. And sacks are really an everybody problem. It's not just the line, not just the quarterback. Everyone has a hand in it, and so we have to do a better job of eliminating those. That was probably the biggest negative for him, but took care of the ball, but was aggressive at times, threw some really nice balls into tight windows. I just saw a lot of maturity, I think, in his game, and was really positive to see from him in this week, and hopefully we can just keep building on that performance.
Levis also 5 rushes for 41 yards, along with the 18 completions for the Titans while playing in Los Angeles. Also returning to the field for the first time in nearly a month, Tyjae Spears, 7 carries for 47 yards. How did number 2 look to you, Brian?
He looked good. It was good to have him back. It was really nice. He made some really pretty fantastic cuts in the run game and really physical runs. Just the guy that we've all known and loved here for a better part of 2 years. And so to see him back healthy and running was really helpful, and takes a little bit of load off of Tony as well from taking all those carries. So he's a big part of our offense, and looking forward to keep getting him going.
Yeah, Tony's touches from 31 down to 13. You always like Tony Pollard with the ball in his hands, but nice that Tyjae was able to take some of that load off of him.
Absolutely, and that's what you hope for with the style of runners that they are. That's a lot of wear and tear on a guy like Tony with all those carries, and so being able to split that division of labor is really helpful for us, and I thought Tyjae did a really nice job.
Speaking of running up numbers, Jack Gibbons followed up last week's 14 tackle performance with 15 tackles against the Chargers. Brian, what has Jack done so well in the last 3 weeks to really boost his productivity?
Knows where to be and knows when to be there, and makes the play when he's there. And that's a huge part of playing linebacker. It doesn't always have to be flashy, and what he does is just be really consistent. And when you see back-to-back weeks like that, that just tells you he is doing his job at a pretty high rate and putting himself in position to make tackles and make plays. And we need all of those tackles, and he's been able to deliver.
And finally, the Titans recorded 0 sacks in Sunday's game against the Chargers. Quarterback Justin Herbert got the ball out quickly all game long. Did that play a big role in the lack of pressure?
Yeah, absolutely. When the ball gets out quick, it's frustrating to the defense, and part of that was they were really on schedule in their down and distance. They were in manageable down and distances. They ran the ball well enough over the course of the game, and put us in a spot where we couldn't really pin our ears back and rush. You had to honor the run, you had to honor the play action game, and we didn't have a chance to really get after the quarterback by knocking him off in long yardage situations.